At a family dinner, my mom told me I should sell my apartment to pay off my sister Emily's debt. I said no. She called me selfish. The next morning, I had 57 missed calls. I'm Logan, 29, working in tech. I live in a small one-bedroom apartment that I worked really hard for. It's not fancy, but it's mine, and I like my quiet, simple life. My parents and Emily think I should give it up to help her. While I was at work, I got a message from Mom. Mom, your sister's in trouble, sell your apartment. I stared at it and replied, me, no. 10 seconds later, my phone buzzed. Mom, are you serious? She's your sister and drowning in debt. Me, that's her problem. Then came the guilt trip. Mom, you're being unbelievably selfish. That word, selfish, comes up every time they want something from me. Me, when have you ever helped me? She ignored the question and just said, Mom, dinner tonight. I should have skipped it, but I knew they'd keep bothering me if I didn't go. Flashback, 5 years ago. I had just started my first real job, barely earning enough to survive. Emily had quit her job to find herself and moved back home. One night, Mom called me. Mom, Emily needs help. She doesn't have gas money. Can you send her something? I only had $300 in rent due soon, but I sent her $200. The next day, she posted a selfie, new nails, a fancy coffee, with the caption, Self-Care Day. I asked her about it. Emily, chill, Logan, it's just money. That's when I realized she saw life totally differently from me. Back to present day. At dinner, Emily sat looking sad and dramatic. Dad started, Dad, we need to talk about your apartment. Me, do we? Mom, Emily's in a hard place. Me, because she spent money she didn't have? Emily, I had to keep a certain image for work. Me, you don't even have a job. Emily, that's not the point. Mom, she needs your help. Me, and I need to not be treated like an ATM. Dad, it's just an apartment, you can get another. Me, you want me to sell my home so she can clear her debts? Mom, it's about family, we support each other. Me, no, I give, she takes. Emily jumped up. Emily, I hate you. Me, funny, I'm the one with a place to live. Mom, what did we do wrong with you? I got up and left. Me, you raised the only sane person in the house. Before I even reached my car, the messages began. Mom, you've let us down. Dad, family matters more than money. Emily, you're the worst brother ever. I turned off my phone and drove home. I knew this wasn't over. The next morning, I woke up to 17 missed calls. Texts, Mom, we need to talk. Dad, call your mother. Emily, really? After all I've been through? What she's been through? I sat up. I knew this pattern. Flashback, 3 years ago. Emily had just come back from Bali after a spiritual retreat, basically an expensive vacation. A week later, Mom called. Mom, Emily's struggling. Me, how much this time? Mom, just a few thousand, to cover rent. At the time, I was barely getting by. Meanwhile, she had just spent a month in paradise. Me, no. Mom, what? She's your sister. Me, and I'm not her bank account. The next day, Emily posted a photo from a fancy restaurant, New Beginnings. I never asked where the money came from. I was making coffee when my phone wouldn't stop buzzing. I finally answered. Me, Logan. Mom, yelling don't you mourning me, do you even realize what you did to your sister? Me, not give her free money? Mom, you embarrassed her. I took a sip of coffee. Me, how? Mom, she cried all night, she's your sister. Mom, you were so cold. Logan, what happened to you? I sighed. Me, Mom, Emily got herself into debt, that's on her. Me, if she's struggling, let her, maybe she'll finally learn. There was silence. Mom, I hope you can live with yourself. She hung up. I put the phone down and exhaled. 5 minutes later, a text from Dad. Dad, come over tonight, let's talk like adults. I already knew what that meant, they were going to try to break me down. Fine, let's see what they had planned. As soon as I walked into my parents' house, I could feel it, the tension. Mom pacing. Dad standing stiff with his arms crossed. Then I saw Emily. She was wrapped in a blanket on the couch, red-eyed like she'd been crying for hours. I almost turned and left. Dad, sit down. Me, I already know what this is about. Dad, just sit and listen. Mom, Logan. He sighed and said, not because I wanted to, but because I knew they'd say I didn't give them a chance otherwise. Mom, we don't understand. Why are you being so heartless? Me, heartless? For not wanting to sell my home? Mom, it's just an apartment. Me, no, it's my apartment. I worked hard for it. Mom, your sister's about to lose everything. Emily sniffled. Emily, you don't know what it's like to be me. Me, you mean broke? She glared at me. Emily, you've never struggled with money. I laughed. Me, I've been working since I was 16. Emily, yeah, but you like working. I blinked. Me, what? Emily, you're a work person. I'm not. I just want to be happy. Being responsible makes me miserable. Me, so you spent like crazy and didn't think it would catch up to you? Emily, I didn't expect it to get this bad. Me, that's the problem. You never think. Emily, you're such a smug jerk. Mom clapped her hands loudly. Mom, enough. Logan, you need to show some compassion. Me, let me get this straight. You want me to sell my home, so Emily, who doesn't want to work, can pay off her debt and start over? Mom, yes. Me, to Emily, and when you go into debt again? No answer, just silence. Me, that's what I thought. Dad, this isn't about money, it's about family. Me, no, it's always about my money. Mom, so that's it? You're turning your back on us? Me, no, I'm just finally saying no. Emily slammed her hand on the table, furious. Emily, you're unbelievably selfish, after everything Mom and Dad did for you. Me, like what? Emily, they raised you. Me, so I owe my future just because I exist in this family? She jumped up, shaking. Emily, I hope you choke on that stupid apartment, you arrogant jerk. Mom, Emily. Emily, no, Mom, that's the real Logan. Emily, you're dead to me. I stood up and grabbed my coat. Dad, if you walk out, you're making a choice. Me, no, Dad, you are. And I walked out. By the time I got to my car, the messages started again. Mom, you've disappointed us. Dad, family matters more than money. Emily, you're a pathetic brother. I silenced my phone and drove home. They thought I was done, but this wasn't over. The next morning, I woke up to 23 missed calls and a flood of texts. Mom, we need to talk. Dad, you're making a huge mistake. Emily, hope you enjoy that miserable apartment of yours. I muted the group chat and got ready for work. Because unlike some people, I have a job. By lunchtime, Mom had left me 3 voicemails. I made the mistake of listening to one. Mom, Logan, I don't understand. Sigh, you used to be such a kind boy. You cared about your family. Now you're cold, like a stranger. Did we mess up as parents? Is this our fault? I stopped listening halfway through. Classic guilt trip, trying to make me feel like the bad guy. 2 hours later, Dad called. I shouldn't have answered, but I did. Dad, Logan, I need you to come by tonight. We need to talk, man to man. Me, not happening. Dad, don't be like this. We can figure it out. Me, there's nothing to figure out. Dad, you don't walk away from family. Me, laughing, no, but family walks all over me. Dad, that's not fair. Me, what's not fair is expecting me to sell my home just because Emily refuses to grow up. He went quiet. Then, Dad, you don't know what it's like being a father, or being the only one who takes responsibility in this family. I hung up. 5 minutes later, another text from Mom. Your uncle is coming over, maybe he can talk some sense into you. Now they were calling in backup. Fine, let's get this over with. That night, I went over, not to agree, just to put an end to it. The moment I walked in, I saw the setup. Mom, Dad, Emily, Uncle Rick. Rick, Dad's older brother, the successful one they always compared me to. He was sipping whiskey like this was some big business deal. Rick, Logan, my boy, heard there's been a little disagreement. I sat down, arms crossed. No disagreement, just a bunch of people who think my money belongs to someone else. Emily, it's not even your money, it's just an apartment. You can buy another one, get a job or something. Rick chuckled. Rick, let's not get worked up, we're here to find a solution. Me, here's a solution. Emily grows up. Mom gave me a sharp look. Mom, don't be cruel. Me, cruel? You're asking me to sell my home. Mom, we're asking you to help your sister. Rick, Logan, I get it, you worked hard, it feels unfair, but family helps each other. Me, did you ever sell your house for family? He paused. Rick, no. Me, then don't lecture me. Emily, groaning, this is pointless, he doesn't care about anyone but himself. Me, to Emily, you maxed out your cards, you quit your job, you went on vacations, now you want me to fix it? Emily, I didn't think it would get this bad. Me, exactly, you didn't think. Emily, you're such a selfish fool. Me, laughing, yeah, that's the problem, you thought I'd just give in. She went quiet, breathing heavily like she was ready to explode. Mom touched her shoulder. Mom, sweetheart, calm down. Logan doesn't mean it. Me, actually, I do. Rick stood up, muttered, Rick, don't let pride break your family, kid. And then it was just the four of us. Dad, serious. Logan, if you refuse to help, you're making a choice. Me, yeah, I'm choosing myself. Mom, teary, I never thought I'd hear you say something like that. Me, that's because you raised me to believe I don't matter. Emily, scoffing, oh, poor golden boy, finally asked to make a sacrifice. Me, you're right, I was the golden boy, I worked, stayed responsible, did everything right. And now you all treat me like a walking wallet. Silence. Emily, bitter, hope you rot in that awful apartment. Mom, shocked, Emily, let her talk. Emily, this is the real her, she's dead to me. I stood up. Dad, if you walk out, you're making a mistake. Me, no, Dad, you are. I left. Aftermath. When I got to my car, my phone blew up. Mom, you've disappointed us. Dad, family matters more than money. Emily, hope you never need us, because we won't be there. That last one made me pause. Then I smiled, for the first time in a long time. Because I didn't need them. And that was the real problem. They needed me. And I was done. 3 days later. I thought they'd finally let it go. Wrong. I got an email from Mom. Subject, let's be reasonable. Logan, I don't know why you're being so cruel to your family. We raised you better than this. If you don't want to sell your apartment, fine, but at least take out a loan to help your sister. You make good money, you can afford it. Be a decent person. Love. Mom. I laughed out loud. They still didn't get it. I replied with one sentence, no. 2 hours later, more calls came in. Dad, ignored. Emily, ignored. Then Mom, I let it ring. She left a voicemail. I played it. Mom, Logan, your father and I are trying to be patient, but this behavior is unacceptable. You are tearing this family apart. If you don't come to your senses, we will cut you off. No more invites, no more holidays, no more family. Pause for drama. Is that really what you want? I deleted it. By the end of the week, I started hearing from relatives. Aunt Carol texted, your mom's crying, call her. Cousin Jake, what's going on? Your parents said you abandoned the family. Uncle Mike, Logan, just help your sister, this is getting embarrassing. They were twisting the story, making it look like I was the bad guy for not helping Emily. Then a message came from a random number. Hope you're happy, Mom can't sleep, Dad's ashamed, you're a disgrace. It wasn't hard to guess who it was. I replied. Me, new number, Emily, cute, lose it, blocked. The real reason. I thought things would calm down, but then an old neighbor called. Hey, your parents asked a realtor how much your place could sell for. I froze. You serious? Yeah, they made it sound like you wanted to sell. Then I checked my emails. Mortgage alert, we got a request about refinancing your property. If this wasn't you, contact us. My heart raced. They were trying to take control, behind my back. This wasn't about Emily anymore, it was about power. The last conversation. I called Mom. She picked up fast. Logan, thank God, we need to. Did you mess with my mortgage? Silence. Then? I don't know what you're talking about. Don't lie. We just wanted to explore your options. My options, for the home you don't own. Logan, don't be so dramatic. You tried to mess with my finances without asking me. Sweetheart, we were just hoping to show you a better way. Better for who? For all of us. I took a deep breath. We're done. Logan. No, you, Dad, Emily, you're all cut off. No more guilt, no more fake emergencies, no more family. You're dead to me. Silence. You don't mean that. I do. I hung up. Then I blocked everyone, for good. 1 year later. Emily didn't pay off her debt. Mom and Dad had to take a second mortgage. Word was, they were struggling. Me? I got promoted. Bought another property. Lived free, no guilt, no pressure, no drama. Then, one day. A message. Hey, it's Emily, can we talk? I looked at it. Then deleted it. Some people never change. Reddit update, 1 year later. Didn't expect this to blow up. I posted just event, but seeing how many people have been through the same thing, that really hit home. To those who supported me, thank you. Your words meant everything when I felt guilty. Because yeah, guilt still creeps in. It's hard to unlearn years of being told you're selfish if you say no. But here's what I've learned. Choosing yourself isn't selfish. It's freedom. No more being treated like an ATM. No more silent dinners full of pressure. No more family guilt trips. My life is mine now. To people who said, "She's your sister, you should have helped." Helped how? By losing my home while she kept partying and spending? By letting my parents trap me in another mess? If someone keeps burning down their house, do you set your own on fire to keep them warm? That's what they wanted from me. I didn't walk away because they were struggling. I walked away because they expected me to fix everything, and punished me when I said no. That's not love. That's financial abuse. To the people who said, "You'll regret this when they're gone." Maybe. But I regret all the years I let them use me. You know what I won't regret? Keeping my home. Protecting my future. Walking away from toxic expectations. Final thoughts. Walking away was the hardest thing I've ever done. But now? I'm free. I'm happy. I'm finally living for me. So if you're reading this and going through the same thing, you're allowed to say no. You don't owe anyone your peace. And if that makes you the villain in their story? At least now, you're the hero in your own. Logan out.